Yeah.
Let's move on over to PSG right now, because there have been reports that Kylian Mbappe, that the team offered him a 2-year contract extension worth around 50 million euros per season. Plus, we're also talking about a 200 million euro loyalty bonus. Wouldn't that be nice? Niels, do you think he's worth this kind of money, or do you think PSG should just cut ties?
Well, to a regular club, the answer has to be no. Like, who can actually afford to pay that? But PSG is not a regular club. This gets to my previous argument. Like, they're run by a state. They're run by Qatar. Like, money isn't an object. And sometimes those values and morals that, you know, we try to hold individuals up to high standards. I mean, it doesn't apply to the club. You know, Manchester City is owned by UAE. Newcastle's now run by the Saudi royal family. Like, money isn't an object. So if you're PSG, you're like, just sign the check. This again gets into the dangers of, like, in the Roman Abramovich story. It's like, you know, you're willing to play ball as long as the cash is flowing and there's, you know, not clear and present controversy in the moment. And I think that some of this needs to be reevaluated. And this is why very few clubs can compete with the sort of money that's being thrown around, because it doesn't matter to these people. It's not a business. It's a vanity project, you know, which benefits a whole lot of people, by the way. It's not all bad news, but you know, football's going, I think with the rest of the world right now, is going to be going through it a little bit, kind of evaluating where they stand on certain issues. So I think there's a lot to be figured out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where are you on that, Charlie?
I agree that PSG they're one of those clubs that don't operate as normally owned football clubs would. I mean, it's not like this is money that could be spent elsewhere that they're choosing to pool and put on Mbappe, right? It doesn't matter. They're just they are offering him literally the sun and the moon, whatever, for him, because he's the crown jewel of the club. He's a national hero in France, playing in Paris. Obviously, you don't want to lose him to Real Madrid because he's the star. But I think realistically, if he was going to stay, then he would have signed a contract like that already. Like, I think that this is maybe a last-ditch kind of effort, a last-ditch thing that you put in the media so that maybe changes the narrative a little bit. But I'm fairly confident that if Mbappe wanted to stick around, he could have asked for this contract a year ago. And
PSG could pay him whatever he wants, right?
Exactly.
So
I just wonder what would be his motive to leave. It's not like PSG is not successful. It's not like they don't, obviously make runs at league titles and Champions League. I would just be curious to, hear the motivation, unless I missed that somewhere, right? Like,
you go to a better league. You go to a better league where you test yourself.
And that's what it would be, I guess.
La Liga has a much bigger profile. Real Madrid, historic. It's a bigger club than PSG.
He's spoken for years, like, specifically about it being his dream to play for Real Madrid, which I'm sure doesn't rub PSG fans the right way. But
well, no kidding.
It happened with Cristiano Ronaldo with Manchester United. Like, look, it's a massive club with a great history, a club that's ambitious, willing to spend. There's a lot of good reasons why to go to Madrid, and I can absolutely understand why a move like that, could very well be in the cards for Mbappe.
Sure. And I know when you're looking at leagues, you're obviously looking Premier League, La Liga, and then, you start to do your Bundesliga and your Liga. I get all that, but I also get 50 million, 200 million loyalty. How about that as well?